Fine. I'm alone. Okay, tomorrow morning's good. Thank you very much. Bye.
You're really serious about this place of your own stuff.
Checking up on me, huh?
If you want to think so, be my guest. What is it about this place that makes everybody want to run away from it? First Lily and now you?
I don't want to run away. I just would like to have a place of my own, that's all.
I don't know. It's going to be a big shock to your system.
Why?
Well, because you're used to having everything done for you. I mean, who's going to put the cap back on your toothpaste?
That's funny. I think I'll take care of it myself. But if I run into a problem, I could always hire you. You could come and do my cleaning and the laundry and
yeah, well,
cooking.
You get your money's worth. I mean, I have years of experience at all three and top references.
Yeah, well, I'll keep that in mind, but I think I'm going to be able to handle it on my own. I grew up that way.
You mean you and I actually have something in common? Does this mean that we're PLU?
Okay, cut it out. Stop it.
Oh, I can't wait to call Mommy and tell her that I'm going to this swanky reception at the yacht club tonight with people like us. Mommy will be so pleased she'll just split her pantyhose.
Okay, that's enough. I'll see you later, all right?
Oh, Dustin. Dustin. I'm just kidding. But seriously, I know you're trying to get over Lily, but why are you hanging out with a girl like Monica Lawrence?
What's wrong with Monica Lawrence?
The list is too long.
Fine, good.
But since you asked, for beginners, she is stuck up, full of herself, a phony baloney, and I wouldn't trust her around the corner.
Are you glad you came?
I've been waiting for this moment ever since I last saw you in Key West.
I hope you kept your promise.
Oh, I haven't told a soul. I wouldn't forget that promise or anything else about that time together down in Key West. In fact, I remember every single time I've ever seen you. Long before you even noticed me.
Yeah, I couldn't help but notice you in Key West.
I couldn't believe you were there. When I heard you were wanted by the Oakdale police, I never expected to see you again.
Don't let a little thing like police stand in my way.
Oh, I used to envy Mommy so. Every time I saw you together. Oh. I used to think that you were the most handsome, dashing man I'd ever seen.
Well, I certainly hope that you still think so.
You know I do. Oh, you know, after I left you in Florida, I couldn't stand being with kids my own age. They were so boring, so déclassé.
Well,
I couldn't wait to be with you again.
Well, I've been anxious to be with you too, Monica, but I had to wait right time, and I had to wait for my friend to find you.
I nearly passed out when he had me paged to the yacht club. How in the world did he know I was there?
Well, I have my friend strategically placed so he can tell me everything I need to know.
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. You're beautiful.
You make me feel beautiful.
Thank you for taking care of things until I could get here, Mr. Juro.
Everything's signed and in perfect order, Mr.
Juro,
Reyes.
what does Mr. Reyes have to do with this deal?
As a new partner in the Juro Corporation, I am now the executive in charge of Montgomery and Associates.
Mr. Juro, this contract stipulates that you personally will oversee the management of this company.
Well, I will, but someone has to handle the operations on a daily basis, and Mr. Reyes has an excellent track record.
And what track? You haven't investigated this man's references.
He told me that you let him go, Mrs.
Yes.
Dixon. I checked with the clients whose accounts he handled, and they all spoke very highly of him.
When did you become a partner in the Juro Corporation, Tonio?
Actually, it only became official earlier this afternoon, but Mr. Juro and I have been speaking for quite some time now. It wasn't until I learned exactly what he had in mind for me that I knew I wanted to join his firm.
Are you saying this was not your idea? Tonio, you knew that Craig's business was in trouble. You're the one who told me about it.
You can't believe that you're going to get away with this.
There's nothing to get away with. The contract is legitimate, even to the clause which states that should Craig actually return, he can buy back his business for the same price that Juro Corporation paid for it. Plus, of course, a fair share of the profits.
Okay, forget about the contract. The deal's off. Now, I will buy the company back for whatever you ask.
I have no desire to sell, Mrs. Montgomery. Now, I made that agreement in good faith. And since it's already in force, I will leave you in the very capable hands of Mr. Reyes. I'm sure this will turn out to be a very profitable arrangement for both of us. Good day.
Tom's got to be something we can do.
This contract seems to be in order, Betsy.
Jessica said we need to wait so she could check the contract out. I'm the one who rushed into this, but I had no earthly idea that you were involved with this, Tonio.
Darling, he won't be for long.
Wrong, Lucinda. Sierra's a beautiful wife and mother, but she didn't inherit your cutthroat talent for business. So from now on, I am the man in charge of the future of Montgomery & Associates.
The Emmy Award winner, As the World Turns. This portion brought to you today by Tide. On some of your toughest laundry problems, Tide won't quit till your clothes come clean. And by Spick and Span Pine, the pine with the power to clean faster and leave a fresh scent.
Okay, since we're going to be living under the same roof for a while, I'd like to get something straight, all right?
Fine.
Okay. First of all, I don't appreciate any comments about Lily. I want them to stop. Second of all, I don't appreciate any comments about any woman I choose to spend my time with.
A woman? Monica? Spoiled brat is more like it. Sorry. No, really, I'm sorry. It'll never happen again.
Good.
But I still think I'm right.
Well, hello, everybody. You enjoying your last day of freedom?
Yes, we did enjoy it. We spent it at the yacht club.
Well,
Really?
we didn't spend it together. Dusty was with a lovely young woman named Monica Lawrence.
Is Monica still going out with you even though you're not a Harvard man anymore? Lily would be amused.
You mean Lily and I are a PLU?
Just forget it. It's just a wisecrack from your lovely niece.
Hey, listen, did you see Andrew down at the yacht club?
Yeah, I saw him.
How's he doing?
Not so good.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Why's that?
I think that it's his age. I remember I felt sort of like that around that time.
All those long years ago?
I think it's also because he lost a best friend. I mean, Paul's off at camp.
Oh, well, good riddance to that. It's too bad he didn't take Kathy along with him. Then he could spend more time here with us.
I think that he...
Dr. Dixon, Mrs. Hughes is here to see Mrs. Dixon.
Oh, sure. Tell him, come on in.
I am in. Thank you. Thank you. Hi.
Pam, have you met my niece, Pam Wagner?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I have. Nice to see you again. Dusty, hi. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
I'm here because I have an appointment with Lucinda at 5:30 about our new premiere television show.
Sure. Sit down. Sit down. I'm glad you dropped by. The kids were just telling me that Andy seems a little bit down here these days.
Yes, I've noticed that myself. I've tried to get him to talk to me about it, but he just keeps insisting that everything's okay.
Maybe it's not such a good time for you to get involved with all this television business if he seems to need you.
Now, John, Andy is away all day long at his own job. By the time he gets home, I'm there. I have all the time in the world to be helpful to him, and if he has a problem, we'll work it out. Okay? I've actually invited him to have Kathy come home for dinner with him tonight. I thought maybe it would cheer him up a bit.
Oh, well, that's a coincidence, because I asked Lucinda to stop by and ask him to come over here tonight, you know?
Well, I wonder what happened. I hope it doesn't become some kind of a contest.
Oh, no.
So, is Lucinda home?
I just got here myself.
Well, we saw her at the yacht club, and she said that she had a 4 o'clock meeting over at the office with the people who are taking Craig's business over.
Well, that shouldn't take too long. She should be here any second.
Actually, Betsy did tell me about that meeting. It's a sad time, isn't it? But at least I guess they've asked Betsy to stay on.
Tonio, there is no way that I'm staying around here working with you in charge of Craig's company.
Well, Betsy, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yeah, well, how do you expect her to feel after you and James Stenbeck took away Steve's business and her home?
Under instructions from your mother.
Oh, you were the man that planned that and carried it out, just as you planned this deception.
Tonio, tell me, what is it you want? What? And why are you doing this?
Wait a minute.
Something.
It's not going to do us any good to stand around accusing Tonio of something that we already know.
Why are you butting into this? Why are you siding with this man? Is it because he happens to be married to your sister?
I'm not siding with him. I hate what he's done as much as you do. Probably even more because he is married to my sister. So tell me, are you really going to go through with this?
I'm only an employee of the Juro Corporation. This is not my decision.
All right, fine. All right, fine. Let me finish. You say that you have loved Sierra. You've known her your whole life. Why are you going to do this to her?
Why am I saving her husband's failing company and making sure that she and her son will be well provided for? You see, I find this to be a generous act.
I don't see it that way. Why don't you just sell the company back to Sierra? I'm sure Lucinda would gladly help her out with the money. Is that right?
Absolutely.
I consider this to be an excellent investment, and I plan to make the best of it for everyone concerned. See, despite what you claim, Lucinda, I was not fired for incompetence. Everyone in this room knows that I'm very good at my work. Even Craig knew that. I'm so good, in fact, that some of my former clients at Walsh Enterprises have expressed an interest in coming over with me. And, Lucinda, I hear that you tried to buy Craig's business under the same terms as the Giro Corporation, so I don't find myself to be the villain in this. Craig left his company vulnerable by overextending himself, and I'm going to make...
Okay, stop it! I won't listen to any more of this. Craig knew exactly what he was doing, and if he were here right now, this business would be solvent. Betsy, I'm going to get Bryant out of Craig's office, and we're getting out of here.
Definitely.
Hold on, Sierra. Is this the way you want to start your newest business venture, Tonio? Capitalizing on another man's misfortune while his family and friends are still grieving over the loss?
And before you finish that, let me say something. You know, if you love Meg, as you truly say you do, you will not go through with this, because your disgrace will be hers. Now, you've always known how I feel about you. Now, this is your chance to prove me wrong.
Oh, I'm so relieved that Lily called. You know, I can't wait to tell Ivor. She's going to be so happy.
Yeah, they sure will make her.
Oh, she sounded, of course, a bit ill at ease, you know, but I think it's a really good sign that she called us herself.
Great! Isn't that wonderful? But could we please not have any unhappy talk today about, oh, Josh coming back or Lily running away or... about any of this stuff. Just for one night, could we be happy that I'm a married lady, and that I've got a wonderful husband, and I've got a wonderful life ahead of me? I got so much to do. I got to go to the beauty parlor. Can't we be happy for one night, please? Everybody, Mama?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. We're going to forget all our troubles, and we're going to have a wonderful, wonderful time at your parties tonight. We really are.
Thank you. And when you see how wonderful Tonio is to me, you'll know why I love him so much.
We better get that in the car before it melts, you know?
Oh,
It
it's
is
fabulous.
melting.
It's full of
Did you mean for this to be on down here?
gorgeous.
In here?
Yes,
Look at this.
The Hughes household must be a busy place these days with Franny's wedding coming up and Kim's TV show getting ready to premiere.
Well, it's usually jumping, maybe a little higher than usual right now.
I really enjoyed meeting your son, Tom. That was a wonderful editorial in the Argus about him taking over as DA, a man of uncompromising integrity.
I was completely unbiased, except for the fact that his mother asked the editor of the newspaper, who happened to be her husband, what to write. No, it was a lot of fun.
Oh, hi, Bud.
Hello, Lila. Tell her, excuse me. Lila? I've been trying to talk to you alone ever since you got back from your leave.
Oh, yeah. They've been very trying times, but I'm just glad that I can keep busy.
Kim and I are really sorry about Craig.
Well, it's very hard for me to accept. Sierra refuses to accept it. I mean, she still thinks Craig's coming back. I wish I had that kind of faith. Casey, join me. I know how you must be feeling.
Why does she let everybody but me comfort her? That's what I want to know.
Maybe because your brand of comfort is so impatient. Look, I remember what a short fuse you have. It has to be your way or nothing. Lila loses her son, so she won't marry you. So you move out to the residence dorm? She has to accept the comfort that you want to give her. She gets none at all. Why aren't you trying to be with her every minute you can?
That's what I've been trying to do. She won't let me.
Well, are you going to Meg's reception tonight?
I don't see why. Lila's going to be there. I don't want to get in the way.
All the more reason for you to go.
Oh, if there's anything you can do.
Mama, do you want to ride home? I'm here. I'm ready to go.
Oh, well, good. I'm ready to go and stay home. I guess Meg would be too disappointed if we didn't show up at the reception.
Yeah, we'll just go quickly and say hello and beg off, okay?
Okay. Well, I'll go get my stuff and I'll meet you back, okay?
Oh,
Thanks,
okay.
Bob.
Margot.
Please, Bob, let's not talk about Tom, and let's not talk about what Lisa may have told you about Hal and me, okay?
Okay. Kim and I want you to know that we consider you our daughter, too, and don't cut us out of your life, no matter what happens between you and Tom.
I didn't think you'd ever feel that way, knowing that I had filed divorce proceedings. Oh, I'm sorry. I really thought that Tom would have told you.
No. Are you sure that's the only way?
Yeah. Yes.
I can't believe it. I don't get a raise for
Hi, how you doing?
Hey,
You seen
what
Lila?
do you think, Chief? Well, she was talking to your old man a minute ago.
Thanks, excuse me. Margot, excuse me. I think you should hear this, too. I just got back from Craig's office.
Why? What's the matter? Is the deal off? Sarah was so excited about it. What?
No, it's on. It's very much on, but Sierra's far from excited about it now.
Why?
Tonio Reyes is the new head of Craig's company.
Lily. Oh, Lily. It's so wonderful to hear your voice. We miss you very much.
Is there any more news about Craig?
No, but Sierra's still hoping. I'm glad you've been in touch with her.
Until Craig came along, I missed having a man around who I could talk to and trust. You're always there for me. So important to me. You never accused me of being a child or over-emotional, which I am. And I love you very much. I love you, Craig.
I love you very, very much. And I am very proud of you. For everything you've been through. You're one terrific woman.
Decent or not, I'm coming in.
What's wrong?
I was just thinking about the night before Craig left for his trip. He said that he was proud of me. I wonder how he'd feel if he knew that I ran away.
He'd still be proud of you. Just like I am.
You know, I keep remembering that horrible day. When I found out about Iva and Rod and everything was turned upside down, I remember thinking that Craig was the only one who was honest with me.
Lily, maybe Craig didn't know about Rod. But he knew you were adopted, and he knew about Iva. And it hasn't stopped you from loving him, has it?
I guess that means that only you and Dusty didn't know the truth and kept it from me.
Okay, Dusty, we agree. You're going to bring Pam over to the house so she finally meets the rest of the family.
Yes, I will, I promise.
Good, good. Actually, I think it might do Andy some good, too. It's possible that he could talk to you a little better right now than to his father or myself.
Right.
He looks up to you so much.
I think it's great that you're having Kathy over to dinner. It doesn't seem like she really has much of a home life.
Yeah, you know, Andy has told me that. It's kind of sad, isn't it?
Listen, I'm sorry, Lucinda, it's late.
I'm going to hit the shower very quickly and get ready for Meg's party.
You're gonna go to that thing?
Yes, I'm gonna go.
After everything she did to you? I will never hope to figure kids out today, I swear.
It's okay, Uncle John. We don't understand you some of the time anyway.
I don't think they're any different than we were.
Yeah?
It's just they're a little more outspoken, of course, which I admire. I just think things are a little bit more complicated for them right now, don't you?
Excuse me, if Monica calls while I'm in the shower, can you please find out if we're going to the party together? She ran out of the yacht club in a real hurry. Thanks, guys.
I don't want you to go, but I know you must.
One thing puzzles me, though.
What's that?
All the stories I've heard about you and your reputation with women, and yet All those days down in Florida, and even now, you haven't once tried to seduce me.
Well, I am doing business with your mother. And if she found out anything about us, well, she'd kill me.
She'd kill me, too. So, I'll have to see that she doesn't suspect for both our sakes. You know, I always knew that Mummy had the hots for you, as well as admiring your business sense.
Well, I really don't think she did. Listen, Paul is going to be back from the lake any minute now, and, well, I am expecting a call from that friend of ours.
Oh, you know, I'm curious about him. I thought I recognized his voice on the phone, but I couldn't place it.
Don't try. It's essential that his identity be kept secret for my plans here in Oakdale and for more meetings like this between us. In fact, he's doing something very important for me right now.
Yeah, Mama, something's come up. Yeah, I can't really talk about it right now. Yeah. Okay.
My darling, I want you two girls to come right to my house. I'm going ahead, all right? Because I want to get in touch with Ambrose. We can start on an injunction or something like that. Something's got to be
There's
done.
no way a judge would grant even a temporary injunction.
Well,
we can't prove misrepresentation here.
We'll just see about that. We'll see about it. Anyway, at the very worst, Tonio's triumph is short-lived.
Well, why is that?
Because Craig's coming back. He's coming back. We can turn this into something. He would even enjoy the thought that Tonio is keeping his business afloat for him.
Do you want me to take Bryant? I know you wanted to go to Meg's reception.
Oh, I completely forgot about it. Yeah, I think I'll really go to the reception. I can't believe that Tonio stood there in the hospital this afternoon and told me how much it would mean to Meg if I were there.
I should have had that guy deported the first time he tried to blackmail me. Darling, we will have the last laugh. Sierra, I am so sorry. We had no idea Tonio had bought into the Giroux Corporation.
Yeah, well, he timed everything perfectly. Like, I'm the one that made you jump on this deal. You have no apologies to make. Really.
I'm so sorry.
Me too. All we can do is wait until Craig gets back and he can take this business away from him.
Yeah. Call if you need any help, okay?
I will. Bye-bye. Thank you.
And listen, Sierra, we're going to be looking over Tonio's shoulder every step of the way. And one deviation from the terms of that contract, and he's out the door on his assets and liabilities.
Thank you.
Okay. See you, Betsy.
Yeah. You want me to take him for a while?
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Come on, sweetheart. Come on. Oh, baby. It's all right. It's all right.
No, I think this guy is really ready to make a move. I don't think he's happy with it. What is it, manager or something coming in? What?
No, you didn't. You're finished.
What is it, baby?
Just hope you're not upset with me. I told my mother that I know about Lily.
Okay, right.
And the more I think about it, I think that Lily should be told. And I don't mean just that she was adopted. I think she should be told that...
You said earlier that you agreed that Lily shouldn't know, but you can't handle that right now.
I know, but that was before I knew that Tonio knows. Craig has been threatening, he's been blackmailing my mother. And I think the most harmful thing that could come out of this is if Tonio told Lily, or anyone other than Mother. Look, why didn't you tell me from Tonio?
Honey, please, come on, please, can we get this guy out of our lives?
Well, I just got off the phone with Signor Visconti, and he has agreed to give me 6 months to prove that I can handle his accounts. So, he is not yet lost to this office. Sierra, I hope one day you will understand that this is just business.
I hate that phrase. You know, I've heard my mother use it so many times before, and you both used it when you took away Steve's business. And we know there was more than just business going on then. And there's more than just business going on now. This is your sick way of getting back at Craig because I never stopped loving him. That's for how I'm feeling right now. And that's for Steve, That's for Craig, because he's not here to defend himself.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you today by Safeguard, for protection against body odor, and by Always Plus, the Maxi with wings, in 3 sizes, Maxi, Super Thin, and Night Super. We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Lila, if we settle for what we have now, as comfortable as it may be, it'll eventually fade away. You're only running scared because you see Tom and Margot's marriage falling apart. But if everyone who loved each other let somebody else's problems stop them, honey, nobody'd ever get married.
Is that Hal on the phone? Yes, he just wanted to check in. He's working late, and he'll be over as soon as he can. Does it bother you that Hal comes over here to see me?
Not if it doesn't bother you.
It's quite a shocker, huh? Tom's news about Tonio.
My system's completely shock-proof nowadays. First I lost Craig, a new filing for divorce, Casey moving out, and now Craig's worst enemy taking over his business. Well, at least we don't have to go to the reception. Although I feel desperately sorry for Meg.
Well... Why don't you give Casey a call?
No,
you know, maybe the two of you can go. Why not? Why? Because you saw Casey and Taylor having a cup of coffee together. I mean, that doesn't mean that there's anything more in the coffee.
It means that he was enjoying himself with someone his own age, someone he has something more in common with. And that's the way it should be.
The way it should be? Says who? You love each other, Mama.
Yeah. So did you and Tom.
Oh.
Okay. I'm going to fix you a salad for supper.
No,
okay?
I'm going to go out for dinner, Mama. I'm going out.
Avocado.
Margot.
What are you doing here?
We need to talk.
No, Tom, I'm really not in the mood.
I can be just as stubborn and unreasonable as you, remember?
Well, I don't know what Iva meant when she called and said not to get ready yet, but I am secretly hoping that the party's been postponed for some reason.
Why? Meg would be so disappointed. It's not nice.
I think I'd rather go down to the pond and be alone with you than to some fancy shindig at the yacht club, even if it is my sister. You know, being polite to Tonio is hard enough, but having to stand around all evening and celebrate their wedding is going to try the patience of a saint.
Which you are.
Well, only because you forced me to be.
It's easier in a crowd.
Yeah. Well, when I was alone with you last night, I felt my halo dangerously slipping.
Well, you can take it off on our wedding night. Listen, it's just that I want our wedding night to be special. I want making love to be the beginning of a whole new life for us, but I don't know. It's hard for me to wait. Too, maybe it's not so important. What do you think? Should we just forget about it? Maybe it's not a big deal.
No. It means a lot to you. Anyway, I'll just get my book written all that much faster.
Yeah, how?
Well, I'll stay up late at nights. God knows I can't sleep worth a damn.
The mean thing.
Hey, Ivor just drove in.
Did she? I didn't know.
I wish she hadn't been so mysterious on the phone. Really, we should be getting ready for Meg's reception.
Yeah. Oh, no, you shouldn't.
What's happening? What's wrong?
Well, there's nothing to celebrate. Tonio doesn't love Meg, or he wouldn't have done what he did today.
Well, what did he do?
He took over Craig's business in the most devious way possible. And anyone who cares about Sierra or Craig will not go to that party tonight.
Well, I'd hoped you'd be here by now. I'm almost ready, and I wanted to get to the club by 7:30. Our guests are going to start arriving by 8.
Look, Meg, I'm sorry, but I'm still tied up with business. Why don't you go on ahead without me, and I'll get there as soon as I can.
Oh, but I wanted to walk in on your arm.
Look, Meg, if you want to arrive before the guests, there'll be no one to see us but the help anyway.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Sure, okay.
Look, I'll get there as soon as I can. There are some things I want to explain to you.
Like what?
Well, I don't want to get into it on the phone. Just trust me. I'll see you later.
Glad the dinner crowd was light.
How about Logan helping Grace clean up for you?
That was very nice, too. What were you two talking about for so long?
Well, that there was man talk, little lady. He was giving me a pep talk on how he thinks we're going to enjoy ourselves at Lance's barbecue next week.
Well, I guess it'll probably be good for us to go out with some people who want to have fun.
I want to have fun. Boy, you're really down tonight. What happened?
I guess it started when I was talking to your mom. I had this urge to talk to her. And while we were talking, I realized I was talking to my grandmother. And then it hit me that she's not really my grandmother because Ivor was adopted and I've never known any grandparents.
Really? I don't really agree with your definition of who counts as a grandmother or a mother or sister or whatever. Doesn't loving you just count for anything?
Yes. It does when it comes to you. I was just thinking about everybody back home and my decision never to go back there, and I just felt very empty, very, very sad all of a sudden.
Well, it's only natural to think that way when you're far away from home.
I'm so angry with everybody back there for lying to me like that.
Well, maybe you can be as angry as hell with someone and still care.
So anyway, I thought we'd talk about Barbara's awards first, and then we'll bring the poor models in and show her new designs, including some of the things she's doing for Franco Visconti.
Oh.
Unless, of course, you have some objections.
Oh, no, I don't. I really don't. It's just when I hear the name Visconti, it's like a sore tooth, and it makes me think of Tonio Reyes' treachery.
I just don't understand why in God's name Tony would want Craig's business.
Revenge. Revenge, my dear. Pure and simple revenge.
Well, I know when Bob called a few minutes ago, he said that Lila and Margot are taking it very hard.
I imagine they are. Well, all we can do is just wait. Wait until Craig comes home and reclaims his kingdom.
Do you really think there's a chance of that after all this time?
I'm merely being supportive. Trying to be supportive of Sierra's point of view. Have we done everything now, do you think?
Yes, bless your heart. I actually think Bob should be here any minute now.
My people are nursing him back to health. They have him in protective custody, you might say. So if you want Craig Montgomery returned to your daughter alive and well, you will do exactly as I say.
Lucinda?
What? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know where my mind is.
Oh, that's all right. I just was asking, would you like to go over anything yourself?
No, I'm absolutely enchanted with all of your ideas.
All right, good.
Mrs. Dixon, Dr. Hughes is here.
Oh, thank you.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Lucinda. Hello, dear.
Perfect timing as usual. Hi.
Sierra, Tom told me about Tonio. I'm very sorry.
Thank you. Betsy's out of a job now, I guess.
Well, look, have a drink with us. Stay for supper.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you. That's very generous, but my mother has everything ready. And Andy and Kathy are there.
Call Nancy. Tell her to bring Chris over. We'll all have dinner.
No, really, I'm looking forward to relaxing at home tonight. And besides, I'd like to talk to Barbara before she goes to New York.
Oh, good. She's going. Good, because she was walking.
Well, she seemed very tense this morning. Much more nervous than I would have expected.
Is that so?
Yeah. Excuse me.
No. Oh, look at this here.
Hi.
Hello? You're gonna go through with this thing, huh?
I think it's the right thing to do.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Pam, dear, you are under no obligation to accompany him.
I know. I like Meg. I mean, I feel sorry for her. And she helped me with my job.
She helped you with your job. I helped you with your job.
I know. I know you disagree with my decision to go, but I feel comfortable with it. Pam, I think that's wonderful. Meg's going to need some friends around her tonight.
Yeah.
You want me to get that?
No, I'll get it. Don't move, kids, because it could be the Reyes canceling.
John, I want to ask you about...
Yes.
Hello?
Hello, Lucinda. I'm glad you're home. I want you to stay put because I'll be calling you later with instructions.
I'm not at all certain that I'll be home.
Oh, don't tell me you're going to the Snyder-Reyes wedding reception. Not after Tonio carried out his part of my plan with such aplomb today.
Well, I'm sorry you didn't get anywhere with Margot, but I hope you'll keep trying.
You know, now that she's actually filed for divorce, I feel like there's a bomb ticking away and she won't tell me how to defuse it. I've made some serious mistakes, but she won't even talk this thing through with me. 5 minutes, that's what she gives me, and then she won't even listen to me or tell me anything.
Well, you both made mistakes. I mean, everybody does at one time or another. But the question is, can the damage be repaired?
We're not going to know unless we try.
Can you live with what's happened between Margot and Hal?
I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that I love my wife, and I can't imagine a life without her.
Well, keep fighting for her then. Don't give up.
You look beautiful.
Thank you, but I didn't come out here for compliments. Hal just called, and he's on his way over here. He's gonna be here in a few minutes, so I'd really prefer it if you were gone.
Everybody's just being extraordinarily fashionably late. Well, thank goodness, because Tonio got caught up in one of his business meetings. Can you believe it? Even tonight.
You look lovely, Meg.
Well, thank you very much. I have to admit, I'm a nervous wreck.
Oh, don't be nervous. It'll be great. It'll be great.
Thanks. Oh, help yourself to some champagne over here.
Over here?
The fountain. Isn't that lovely? Yeah. Yes.
And Mrs. Reyes, since there are only 2 guests here so far, shall we hold the hot canapes for a while?
Oh, I guess. Well, I mean, I don't know. I know it's chic to be late, but it's almost 8:30.
Casey.
Hey, Dusty.
How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
This is Dr. Baldwin, you remember,
Dr. Baldwin?
right?
Sure. This is Pam Wagner, who is Dr. Dix's niece.
Dr. Dixon?
Well, it's lovely to meet you.
You too.
Oh, listen, Dusty, I don't think Meg knows about Tonio taking over Craig's business, so Maybe it's best we don't say anything about it.
Dusty Pam! Welcome!
Hi.
Oh, my God,
You look really good.
Thank you. Thank you. Dusty, could you do me a big favor?
Sure.
I've got to stay here because I'm sure all the guests are going to start arriving really soon. Could you call the penthouse and see what's keeping Tonio?
We saw Tonio parking his car
He's
when we
right
drove
outside.
in.
Oh. Well, where is he?
Well, Meg, I don't know. Maybe he's in the men's room. Isn't that possible?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Table looks beautiful. It's really going to be really nice, Meg.
Thank you. I hope so. Why don't you go get some champagne out of the champagne fountain, and I'll wait for Tonio.
Okay. Bye.
Mama, why are you so late? And why aren't you wearing the black dress that you bought for Uncle Henry's funeral? I thought we agreed.
Meg, listen to me. I'm not staying.
Why, Mama? What's wrong?
Sweetheart, you have to know that we love you very much, but none of our family is going to be here. Particularly not after we found out what Tonio did today.
What are you talking about?
You don't know? We thought that you did.
Mama, would you please tell me what you're talking about?
Sweetheart, Tonio took over Craig's business today in the ugliest, most underhanded way possible.
No. Today. You're saying he did this today? No, Mama. There's got to be some... No, that's not true. I don't believe this. No, he knows how important this party is to me. How could he do this to me, Mama? How?
Oh, as punctual as ever, Mr. Reyes. I wanted to thank you personally for everything you've done to help my plan work out so perfectly.